What I really wanted to do, but I could never afford to do, and that was to remodel homes. But I could never afford to do that. When you got a family, that's kind of it's not really an honest to goodness income until you actually sell the home. It's all outgo. And when you're raising a family, you don't have that choice. You have a choice of trying to do what you have to do the best with it that you can, and try to do the best job for the person you work for.
Oh yeah, dreaming, and then you think about it, and then you imagine what you want it to be, you're dreaming it, and then you try to make it happen.
My dream would be to live life the way it is. Just live it up.
I think one of our conditions is that we dream. Okay. And I guess what I was saying before is that the fact that those dreams remind us that another condition is choice. So, do I think they're healthy? Probably.
I suppose there's a lot of dreams. People have lots of crazy dreams and you don't always remember them all.
Just don't get disappointed when your dreams suck and they don't happen, because eventually you'll get new ones. Even if they're crappier, they'll still be a dream.
It's something when you want your career to be, or what you look forward to in your future. And, but we don't always really think it's ever, don't always know it's gonna come true, but we can try.
But of course, when our mentality changes, how many kids do you know, little boys that want to be a firefighter when they grow up? And then how many actually end up being a firefighter?
In your dream world, right? It's really it's there, it goes away. It comes back, right? And it goes, all right, I'm gonna form a leprechaun, right? That's chintzy work indeed, right? Be out here begging money, right, just so I can get a beer.
If the Lord's willing and my health holds, fine. If it don't, I just soon get it over with.
Close your eyes and think about something for a while.
So would I say dreamers or dreaming?
Unsuccessful
In that
hobos.
I have a decal sticker on my wall at my house. It's so big, and it says, "We grow great by dreams." And I think that a dream represents hope for our future. The idea that I don't know what I'm capable of yet, but I'm sure excited about finding out about it. And for me, it's almost like the light at the end of the tunnel. I've got all this work that I need to do. I've got all these responsibilities that I need to accomplish, and skills that I need to accomplish to grow and make sure that I'm capable of standing on my own 2 feet and supporting myself. But I want to do that in a context, in a world that I make it. So a dream to me is like a foreshadowing of what your life could be.
I think that dreaming can be a really, it's a prequel to creating, you can't just, paint a picture or, sculpt a sculpture or anything, you got to think about it first, preemptively, whether you're dreaming it or sketching it out or however, So, I think a lot of creative people do tend to dream because they, that's kind of how they come up with kind of a format of what they're trying to do.
Dreams is not a good word, I don't think. It's like sugarcoating reality. I guess dreams aren't bad. They're just false hopes, and when you live with false hopes, like I have for a long time, you just kind of let down all the time, and I don't think it's a good way to live, If you're expecting the best, all that can happen is worse than your expectations. If you expect the worst, the outcome is always going to be better. And dreams typically aren't the worst.
has a great line in it at the end. You need to. They talk about life being a roller coaster, with its ups and downs, and how you deal with that is up to you. Some people, cower in fear because they're just too much for them. Other people learn to throw their arms up in the air and just enjoy the ride. Yeah, I want to be that guy.
Enslaved to it, can't go there without writing the name. Everything I do for her. That one's for her. That's for her. That's for her. Sure. That's for her. That's my tattoo I'm getting for her, That's for her. And that was for her. That's for her. What else? That's for her. That was for her. This whole portfolio, it's just all for her.
It's a target, it's a destination, but it's a way to validate the journey that you take to get there, so that you know that the journey that you're taking, even though it might feel uncomfortable and even though it might feel undesirable, those are the rites of passage that you've got to get through in order to understand and feel how great it feels to accomplish that dream.
The thing that has really instilled the most worth in my background is from being from a large family, having to know what it was like to live with a little bit of nothing, and being very pleased with what you had or what you got, what was given to you. It wasn't what it was like, it was the attitude and the idea that you did get something.
It's just great to have relationships with kids, and kids whose dreams are still really fresh and they're really open to this or that. So maybe it's sort of vicariously, in the context of this conversation, vicariously living through their dreams, because everything is still a possibility. But it's always good to be around people who are like that, and that's often young people. So that's probably the best thing about it, is just being a part of people who really have a lot of hope and a lot of creativity and excitement. And I think that's definitely my favorite thing about teaching.
I think people need to kind of expand a little bit more imaginatively, I think that the world that a lot of people are growing up in right now is very encumbering and closed off. And I think that a lot of people prejudge things, and they don't necessarily take in a correct knowledge or any sort of investigation into things before they prejudge things. And I think having an imagination and opening up to different things can definitely expand your options as far as dreaming and going forth and doing different things, and opening up to what's around you, instead of just saying, well, I was born here, this is what I do, this is what these people do that I hang out with,
I think dreams are wonderful. There's that balance, though, as far as finding a job where you can feel rewarded and helpful, and yet feed your bank, and still have time for the fun dreams that don't really bring in an income, but help you to enjoy life. Like next week, we're going to the coast for 4 days, my husband and I, and the beach. The ocean is just so healthy and wonderful and free and wild and fun for finding creatures in the sand or seeing the wildlife. I think there's a balance between reality and dreams, and then being able to support yourself and feeling the worth of that.
To conclude, not everybody dreams the same. Some are big dreamers, some not so much. Some had a lot to say, some didn't. In the end, I think it's the way people live their life. Sometimes they go by the norm and let reality rule what they do. Others find something they love to do and do it at all costs. I learned that other people will do their thing. I'll just keep doing mine. One more thing. How do you live your life?